Kelowna wildfires got absolutely out of control there, and my heart goes out to everyone that's in the community that was affected. First, I wanted to start off how incredibly proud I am of the Kelowna community and how we've been able to band together and support everyone that has been affected from these wildfires. Also, my heart goes out to everyone who lost a home and had been affected by the wildfires and been displaced for a period of time. These circumstances are incredibly hard, and if you folks need anything or need help with anything, please reach out. Me and my team here will be able to assist anyone that's gone through some hardship and support in any way that we can possible. Next, I wanted to thank the firefighters and the first responders that had a major impact in terms of preserving our community and saving many more homes. We can't begin to thank these people enough who risk their lives and go through incredibly long nights and days in order just to do their jobs. So thank you very much for everyone who came and supported the Kelowna wildfires from being a first responder and a firefighter. I've been in Kelowna for a few years now and personally relocated from Alberta to Kelowna for all the beauty and everything that Kelowna has to offer. And each and every summer since I've been here, we have experienced some sort of wildfire that's been in the area impacting the summer. And personally, my thought process was that each and every summer we're going to have some period of time where there's going to be smoke, there's going to be some active burning fires, and that's just going to be the norm. But the state and the level that the fires got to this year and how much it impacted the community was beyond belief. It was hard to put into words just exactly what it was like being able to watch my deck. I'll put a picture here on the screen as I'm across the lake, just being able to look out on my condo deck there and seeing the fire literally grow as we're watching it, just not knowing what to do. You feel like you feel bad not being able to go help or step in, and it was a feeling that I've never experienced in my life. It was helpless, so I couldn't imagine what the people were like with their houses actually being in that fire zone that got affected and had to get evacuated. It would have been horrible. And so I'm making this video much requested for my audience and all my clients of how do I think that these wildfires that happened this summer are going to impact the Kelowna real estate market for the future. So I'm going to give you my honest opinion on what I think is potentially going to happen in the future, and there's a few different elements and dynamics that are going to play into a factor, and I'll be sharing this as we go along. For right now, currently, as I'm recording this video, the real estate market has certainly came to a halt. That's in terms of sales for a few reasons. When current fires are burning, you cannot get insurance within 25 kilometers of that, up to 50 in some cases. So there's absolutely almost no sales happening right now, and if people are able to figure out the insurance reasons and be able to firm up a deal right now, they got some sort of magic potion, because I've been trying all week to figure out ways on deals that we have accepted offers on and trying to move them ahead in order to close them, and we're just literally getting nowhere with the insurance. As in terms of the Kelowna economy, we're going to have another major splash here, another big impact on people and the tourism that are potentially going to happen for the last little bit here of the summer. We do usually see it kind of stop right as school season comes in, but you do get those people that tend to take their vacations maybe a little bit later in the September time frame. But we will see this have a big impact on the Kelowna economy, as tourism is a major part of what we do economically here in Kelowna. For me, I personally believe that the real estate market is going to be quite slow for the remainder of the year. And the fact being that we're going to see a major drop off from out of town buyers. Kelowna is a community that sees a lot of people relocating. It's the second fastest growing city in Kelowna, so you do get a ton of people that are relocating here constantly. And we're really big on immigration here as well. And I can see this start deterring some of those people just because of the fires. It has one of those effects when it happens immediately, and with how much the news and the media and all that stuff involves, that pretty much everyone knows what's going on and how bad it was. And this is going to have a direct effect on those people that were thinking about relocating here or immigrating to Kelowna, are probably going to be second guessing it and potentially going somewhere else. I can also see this being the last straw for a lot of local people, a lot of people that were thinking of moving out of Kelowna for some of the reasons that are that they don't enjoy it anymore, and this forest fire being the last straw of wanting to go somewhere else. So with those two things in mind, where do I actually see a potential opportunity in the market? I would say on the buy side, with people potentially having it being their last straw, they're no longer interested in living in Kelowna. I can see a lot of good homes coming on the market with really good inventory of people that have been in those homes for 20, 30 years, that are well maintained, looked after, renovated, that you can potentially get them at some good prices because people are just sick of potentially living here in Kelowna and want to get it away from it and move on. So they're going to be a little bit more eager to negotiate on price and have a little bit more urgency to get the ball rolling in terms of them moving somewhere else. So this would be for the people that are very specific on what type of home they get. Current interest rates has affected our market in terms of people borrowing power, but hasn't it affected it as much as people actually would think so with how much interest rates have gone up. I personally believe that a lot of people that buy a lot of residential property are more particular on the type of home than in terms of what interest rates and stuff are always be. This isn't the case for everyone, but just my experience, I find a lot of the buyers that we deal with are very particular on the type of homes, and if they can find the right home, they personally consider that a good deal. So if you're someone that has been sitting on the sideline for a number of years, struggling to find a home, I would really keep a sharp eye and keen to what comes onto the market right now. We are going to see some more inventory come on the market with those out-of-town buyers not being here to be such fast-moving, so quick to purchase properties. You're going to see some properties potentially sit a little bit longer. Plus, if those people are selling in order to relocate to another place, there might be some more room there to negotiate on price and really get you that good deal even with current interest rates there. So that's why I think the people that are very particular on the home, this is probably going to be the only opportunity in the next 4 to 5 months in order to get the exact home that you want and to potentially get it at a decent price with people being frustrated with the fires. But I would love to know the viewer's opinion firsthand on what you folks think this wildfires are going to have an impact here on the Kelowna real estate market. Drop in the comments below. I always appreciate your guys' feedback and just hearing other people's opinion. I definitely, if you're challenging mine and want to do it, please share it in the comments. I would love to know what your perspective is going to be on how this will affect the market. As for the city of Kelowna, I still personally believe that this is the best place to live in Canada. Recently, I've been traveling to some more cities all throughout Canada, and each and every time I go spend some time in that location, I always think to myself, wow, I personally believe Kelowna is the best place to have, that it has everything that people want, where it has a decent sized population, that you're going to have a whole bunch of things to do. You have your 4-season playground, you have the lake, you have a lot of potential opportunities here with just how the economy is evolving and a lot of people that are relocating here from other industries. I think that the pros really outweigh the cons than what we normally experience here in Kelowna. Yes, I'm not denying that if you watch any of my older videos, that forest fires are one of the biggest cons that I see in here, and with this last recent one, and really affecting the community, this is definitely a big thing to consider. I know me personally, I have asthma, and it has been really tough to hang out here, even though as the fires have calmed. I've been staying inside mostly, being really cautious of how I'm feeling and how my lungs are feeling. But some of the other negatives are probably the cost of living. It is expensive to buy here if you compare it to other cities in Canada. And the other major con, in my opinion, is the gray skies in the wintertime. But like I said earlier, with me traveling to a whole bunch of other cities here in Canada and even going to some places in the US, I still think I have never found a city that checks more boxes for the average person than Kelowna. Every person that moves here just gets revitalized, and everything that has to offer, even people that weren't very active and didn't do a lot of stuff outside, they start adopting that mentality because you have that 4-season playground. Obviously you're impacted right now with the forest fires on how much you can do outdoors, but Kelowna is still, in my opinion, the best place to live in Canada. So if you're someone that is still considering, even after the fires, on making the move to Kelowna to purchase real estate, well, I'm going to leave a link in the description below where you can book a call with me at any time that works for you, where we can go over all the pros and cons on what it's like to live here in Kelowna, and to see if it actually is going to make sense for you and your family to make the move to Kelowna and purchase real estate here. We can dive into all that. I'll give you my honest opinion if I think it makes sense for you and if it's actually going to be something that's going to help you in the life, not put you behind. And if you're someone that's still on the fence but is considering Kelowna as an option, well, you're going to want to watch this video next where I go over the pros and cons of what it's like to live in Kelowna. You watch this video, I go over everything in detail.